This lesson is about confounding variables. After this lesson is completed, you should be able to define confounding variable, and also, when given a correlation, you should be able to come up with possible confounding variables that explain the correlation. Please double check after this video to make sure you're able to do this. So here's an example. On days when there is more swimming, people also tend to eat more ice cream on average. Therefore, swimming and ice cream are correlated. This does not mean that one causes the other. Okay, so let's ask ourselves, does swimming cause people to eat more ice cream? If we believe that swimming causes ice cream, then we draw this graph. The arrow is drawn from the variable swimming towards ice cream. So more swimming causes increases in ice cream. But if swimming and ice cream are caused by another reason, then this causal claim is not valid. What if swimming doesn't cause more ice cream at all? What if it's because swimming and ice cream tend to go together when the weather is hot? If this is the case, then we draw hot weather causing swimming and hot weather causing ice cream. If this graph is correct, then swimming doesn't lead to more ice cream. Swimming and eating ice cream occur as a result of hot weather. When it's hot outside, people tend to swim more and eat more ice cream. Hot weather is the confounding variable that explains why swimming and ice cream are correlated. A confounding variable is a factor that affects both the independent variable and the dependent variable. In the previous example, the independent variable was swimming. The dependent variable was ice cream sales, and the confounding variable was hot weather. A confounding variable is a factor that affects both the independent variable and the dependent variable. Again, all it takes to be a confounding variable is to be a factor that affects both the independent variable and the dependent variable. Let's take a different example. Let's say that students that participate in gifted and talented programs in elementary school also are more likely to go on to college. So gifted and talented program and college attendance are correlated. But remember, correlation does not imply causation. Do gifted and talented programs cause people to attend college? If we believe that this is true, then we would put gifted and talented programs on the left and draw an arrow to college, meaning gifted and talented programs cause college. This isn't that far-fetched of a claim. You can see how maybe gifted and talented programs can inspire students to pursue a higher education, or maybe the programs show how education is fun and that promotes a student to go on to college. But again, correlation does not imply causation. Maybe the relationship between gifted and talented programs and college attendance is IQ. If a higher IQ leads students to go into the gifted and talented program, and a higher IQ also leads to college attendance, then gifted and talented programs and college attendance will be correlated whether or not there is a causal relationship. So IQ then is the confounding variable. So the possibility of confounding variables is endless. Here's a more sociological example. How about family income? It can explain the correlation between gifted and talented programs and college attendance. In this case, gifted and talented programs are only correlated with college attendance because of a high family income. This may be because gifted and talented programs cater to the same population of high-income students who are, of course, more likely to attend college. So it doesn't mean the gifted and talented programs cause college attendance. We can look at a quiet study space. So gifted and talented programs might be correlated to attending college because of the availability of a quiet study space. This would make quiet study space the confounding variable. So to wrap this up, just remember that a confounding variable is a factor that affects both the independent variable and the dependent variable. And 2, that the confounding variables can undermine causal claims. So here is the first assignment. Study finds less corruption in countries where women are in government. So in this scenario, we have more women leading to less corruption. What could be the confounding variable? Is you would take a variable that leads to both more women being in power and also leads to less corruption.